Hi friends, I welcome you all in this exciting training session being conducted by TNV Academy. Let me explain to you what we will be covering in this session. In today's session, we will be covering the class 8.3 Design and Development of Products and Services, and this comes under the main class 8 of Operation. The clause 8 signifies the do part of the Plan, Do, Check, Act PDCA cycle. Organizations who are not carrying out design and development of their products and services as per customer requirements need not include design and development in their quality management system. Necessary justification needs to be provided in documentation to exclude this from the scope of their quality management system. Generally, this is applicable to organizations making standard products as per industry standards and making products as per customer supplied designs. Now let us understand about the internal references taken by clause 8.3 of ISO 9001:2015. As far as this clause is concerned, this takes reference from ISO 9000:2015 standard. ISO 9000:2015 standard spells out the terms and definitions used in this international standard so that no misinterpretation is done while implementing the requirements of ISO 9001:2015. Now let me tell you what are the key learnings, takeaways from this session. At the end of this chapter, you will be able to understand what are the stages of design and development, what are the documentary requirements for design and development, and what are the inputs and outputs to the design and development process. So let's begin our discussion regarding clause 8.3 Design and Development of Products and Services. This clause consists of 6 subclasses: 8.3.1 General, 8.3.2 Design and Development Planning, 8.3.3 Design and Development Inputs, 8.3.4 Design and Development Controls, 8.3.5 Design and Development Outputs, and 8.3.6 Design and Development Changes. Of all the above clauses, Design and Development Planning is very important as it spells out the entire process with the necessary stages, review mechanism, controls, and documentation requirements. The organization shall implement and maintain a design and development process appropriate to ensure subsequent provision of products and services. In determining the stages and controls of design and development, the organization shall consider the nature, duration, and complexity of design and development activities. Also, required process stages, including applicable design and development reviews at every stage of the process. Required design and development verification and validation activities, which are also very important. The responsibility and authorities involved in the design and development process. Internal and external resource needs for design and development of products and services. Need to control the interfaces between persons involved in the design and development. The need for involvement of customers and users in the design and development process, which is very important. Their inputs are very important. The requirements for subsequent provision of products and services. The level of control expected for design and development by customers and other interested parties. Documented information to prove that design and development requirements are met. The design and development project plan serves as both as a document and as a record, and it is updated for completion for various activities. Now let us discuss the clause 8.3.3 Design and Development Inputs. For every design and development, inputs are required. The organization must determine the requirements essential for the specific type of products and services being designed and developed, including, as applicable, functional and performance requirements, information derived from previous similar design and development activities, applicable legal requirements, which include statutory and regulatory requirements, standards or codes of practice of the organization has committed to implement, potential consequences of failure due to the nature of products and services, ensure all these inputs are adequate for design and development purpose, complete and unambiguous, resolve any conflicts among the design and development inputs. Organization should retain documentary information, records on design and development inputs. Now let us discuss the clause 8.3.4 design and development controls. What are all the controls we are establishing in the design and development process? The organization should apply controls to the design and development process to ensure that the results to be achieved by the design and development activities are clearly defined. Design and development reviews are conducted as planned. The reviews are normally done by person other than who is involved in the design to ensure no conflict of interest in the process. Verification activities are conducted to ensure that the design and development outputs have met the design and development input requirements. This is a kind of theoretical verification of output meeting the input requirements. Validation activities are conducted to ensure that the resulting products and services are capable of meeting the requirements for the specified application or intended use when known. This is normally done on a prototype sample or first piece production. The organization must take any necessary action on the problems determined during the reviews or verification and validation activities. The organization must maintain documented information about these activities. Design and development reviews, verification, and validation have distinct purposes. The minutes of design and development review meetings should be recorded and maintained. Now let us discuss the clause 8.3.5 Design and Development Outputs. If we consider design and development as a process, we have taken the inputs and then we have processed it. Now we are talking about the design and development outputs. The organization must ensure that design and development outputs meet the input requirements for the design and development. They should be adequate for the subsequent processes for the provision of products and services. They must include or have a reference of monitoring and measuring requirements and acceptance criteria as applicable. They must ensure products to be produced or services to be provided are fit for the intended purpose and their safe and proper use. The organization must retain the documented information resulting from the design and development process. Some of the examples of design and development outputs are bill of material for procurement purposes, engineering drawings, product specifications, etc., process specifications, quality plans, etc. Now, the final clause of design and development, which is 8.3.6, design and development changes. The organization should identify, review, and control changes made during the design and development of products and services or subsequently to design inputs and design outputs to the extent that there is no adverse impact on the conformity to requirements. The organization must retain documented information on the design and development changes, the results of the review, the authorization of the changes, and actions taken to prevent adverse impact. While planning for the change, the organization must follow all the requirements as given in the clause 6.3 of ISO 9001:2015. Planning of changes must also determine all the risks and opportunities as given in clause 6.1. Documented information on the design and development changes, the results of review, the authorization of changes, and action taken to prevent adverse impact must be maintained. Friends, I hope you are clear with the requirements of clause 8.3 of ISO 9001:2015 with regard to design and development of products and services. Now, we will learn about the mandatory documentary requirements that an organization has to maintain while meeting the requirements of clause 8.3. There is mandatory documentary requirement for maintaining documentation and retaining records for all the clauses of 8.3 for every stage of the design and development process, right from planning to changes to design and developments. Dear friends, we have now come to the conclusion of this training session. I hope you all must have understood the requirements and concepts that fall under 8.3 of ISO 9001:2015. See you soon with an exciting new topic. Till then, it's me signing off. Goodbye.